The UK media has started their cleanup process, and there's a shift in the headlines. They were trying so much to do damage control, and it's not working in their favor. Now, look at the Times. King denies contributing to Andrew's £12 million Geoffrey settlement. literally, they have started. You know, I love how the royal experts and the royals are being dragged everywhere across multiple social media platforms, especially for how they treated Harry and Meghan. Because right now, let it be known that Harry and Meghan are the only royals who are being viewed favorably. And when are they not? They always are. I've seen, so many people on the internet saying, well, now it makes sense why they kept churning out tons and tons and tons of nasty articles about Harry and Meghan. It was just always to protect Andrew. And now, no matter how they try to use that angle, churn out articles, vile articles about Harry and Meghan, no, people are not buying it. People are like, no. We want the royals to speak up. We want you guys to ask the right questions. We want them to be held accountable. What are you doing? William is having it rough this week. I know the one incandescent with rage is giving his PR crisis manager hell. It's like the crisis manager is like, what? Why did I accept this job? What is happening to me? Because the way these people are so nasty, and how the internet is reminding the media how they treated Harry and Meghan is just very satisfying to watch. So let me start with the one and only Maureen, aka Richard Eden. So Richard Eden, this article has resurfaced, and I'll tell you why it has resurfaced. So he wrote, why King Charles should leave Prince Andrew alone and act now over troublemaking Harry and Meghan instead. That is literally an article from a so-called journalist. Let me tell you something. When it comes to journalism in UK, it's dead. It is dead. And the reason why this is coming out is because Maureen has taken it upon himself and is crying and complaining how Eugenie and Beatrice betrayed him. Like, he saw so much in them and they chose to betray him. Like, he feels betrayed. He's sad. Like, this man is churning out these videos on TikTok and on X complaining about that. So have a look.
I feel completely and utterly betrayed by Princess Beatrice. And you too should, the British public. The reason is that I've always been a cheerleader for Princess Beatrice and Eugenie. I've seen them as very sensible and level-headed and wanted them to get more royal duties. Thought they'd be really helpful to their cousin Prince William. But what I've been reading in the Epstein files has really disturbed me. We've been discovering more about what Beatrice actually knew, and frankly, I found it quite disturbing. First, we found out that Beatrice and Eugenie went to Florida to visit Epstein within a week of his release from prison for sex offences. It's clear that they knew what he'd been in prison for, and they accepted that. But this week, we found out even more detail, which was that Beatrice discussed with her mother how to deal with the press and their reports about Epstein. And Beatrice was advising her mother that they need to say that Epstein had put it all in the past and he shouldn't be condemned for the sins of the past. Well, this completely contradicts everything we've been told before. Before we were told that Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, that they only dealt with Epstein after his release from prison to tell him that they would never speak to him again. Well, now that we know that they lied, and we know that Beatrice colluded with them in that lie. Beatrice was 22 by this point. Should she be held responsible for her actions? I've written about this for the Daily Mail. Read my article.
This man is literally the devil in human form. So he's here complaining how, he believed in them, whatever it is he's spewing in that video. And not one word. He has not apologized to Harry and Meghan for the tons of nasty articles he's written. So now it's like, oh, I feel betrayed. I did not expect this. Oh, you were in Epstein files. And let me tell you something. Let me also tell you something. The derangers and the UK media is trying so hard to find ways to pin Harry and Meghan, or to associate Harry and Meghan with the Epstein files, and they're failing. They're trying so hard because they cannot for once believe that their leftover royals are at the center of the Epstein files. Like, they are in the Epstein files because they were hoping Harry and Meghan are going to be in it. Shock on them. So they cannot believe that. And now they're finding ways, like anything, because their attempts have failed. And after that has failed, you now have another angle that they've gone with. They're now saying, why is Harry and Meghan not saying anything? Why are they not talking about Epstein and the victims? They should say something. What has William and Kate? What has William and Kate said? What have they said? Other than that wishy-washy statement they put out via their spokesperson about how deeply concerned they are. And then a couple of hours, we've seen William with the same man mentioned so many times in the Epstein files about the torture video. And yeah, so now it's like, Harry and Meghan, you're royals. You are supposed to talk. Last I checked, they're not working royals. Last I checked, they're not in the UK. And last I checked, they're living their lives. So now you want them to talk about it. And again, this is what they do. They want Harry and Meghan to talk about it. And then when they do, they're going to turn it against them. So they'll use that to deflect or take the heat off Andrew and William. You see how where's the logic when it comes to these people? So Maureen is out here complaining and he's getting dragged for it because he is the same person. He said, Anna, don't. Let's not telling Charles not to talk about Andrew. Focus on Harry and Meghan. They're most disturbing. A husband, a prince who took his wife and kids out of that toxic family, is living his best life in sunny Montecito, minding their business, making their own money, working, changing the world, making the world a better place through their charities. Just where Harry was spotted supporting moms who've lost their kids through the internet and toxic social media. Like, this is what this man is doing. Somehow they're way worse than Andrew. They're way worse than Andrew. You see why you cannot reason with these people. Anyway, guys, let me just get to the comments. Because sometimes I feel like I get like this is work. So Wake Up says, really, what exactly did Harry and Meghan do that's worse than that P. Andrew? These people are demons. Rich, so the two people making a living, working hard for charity, and bringing up their children in a loving environment are troublemakers. Not the adulterous king and queen, not the attacking heir, and not Andrew. They keep writing deluded rubbish. Bambi says, Meghan and Harry are the only members viewed favorably at the moment, so they will lose even more support if they listen to whoever the writer is. Phil, Richard Eden, and Camilla Tomini should also be investigated. Was Epstein paying them too? Nova, he is a desperate man. He is also currently crying blood over how Princess Beatrice betrayed him on TikTok. Little Matt Ricky is the most miserable pig out there. Diane, Effins a ridiculous joke now. This headline sums up the level of journalistic integrity he has. Cecile, Maureen is the face of a man that would gladly accept $2 an hour to lick the dirt off your shoes. Richard, Play says, yeah, keep standing up for the rest of those hypocrites. They'll deceive you every time. Time to apologize to Harry and Meghan too. But wait. Mode, those are the royals you prefer over Harry and Meghan. D, do you feel guilty about being a greedy, cruel, spiteful prick for 10 whole years using and abusing one woman? Enjoy your karma, Eden. You are an embarrassing excuse for a man. Don't you think you owe the Sussexes an apology? Journalist, my ass. The state of you pathetic grifters. Martinez, betrayed? Really? Just admit you got it all wrong. Again, there are real victims in this train wreck, and it isn't you. Just says, bullshit. You believed the same family when Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan told you all what they were doing to them, and you didn't believe them. This is a family of liars, and the British media are culpable conspirators. The Queen Charles William paid off Andrew's victim. You did nothing. JP, I'm getting the sense they were your best sources over the years. No shocker there, the mum is a leaky F2. Frank says, what an utter hypocrite you are. You have known about Andrew's wrongdoings for years, but you have kept quiet about his alleged crimes. Instead, you have diverted attention away from Andrew by attacking Harry and Meghan. Apple, didums, you had all the heat for Harry and Meghan when the real wrong ones were right under your nose. Daryl, now you understand why the public feels betrayed by your very obviously manipulated reporting. Is that a reason why you're not asking them to walk the streets naked as we throw excrement at them? Plus, Maureen out here crying in the streets. He's been betrayed. The worst is yet to come. So guys, thank you so much for watching. What are your thoughts on this? What do you think about Eden, crying betrayed, feeling betrayed, and all this? And what do you think about the media shift in headlines and how they are playing cleanup? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, and I'll see you. Bye.